Alright, this is W5TMP, and I'm here to kind of demystify the Raspberry Pi. This is the Raspberry Pi. It's a credit card sized computer, about $35. It has two USB ports, an Ethernet jack, an HDMI output, a video output, an audio output on the other side, which I don't use. You have an SD card slot and a 5-volt DC input. And this is a 70 centimeter Raspberry or DVAP that I have connected to it. I also have a powered USB hub. This is very essential to have if you're going to use the DVAP with any, especially any other external devices like a Wi-Fi card, which is right here. And it's a little nano USB. Let me get it out of here. It's a little nano USB Wi-Fi adapter. Kind of hard to see, but there it is. And just for giggles, I have a Logitech wireless keyboard mouse combination, which is right here. I use on my both of my Raspberry Pis. And I need to get some shorter cables, but that'll work for now. Here, just the regular, well, this is actually the Ultra. These are the ones that you need to get. You need to get the ones that are at least class 10 cards, because the speed that it can write and read from, it's definitely a difference. This right here is currently is a 16 gigabyte SD card, and because of the time it takes to write to the card, usually about 5 or 6 minutes, I already have the image for the Raspberry Pi already on there. And of course you'll need, if you don't already have it, this is just a regular cell phone with a micro USB adapter on it, and HDMI cable, which is plugged into my monitor there. And for the first time at least, you need to have internet available through a regular cable. So I'm going to go plug this in now, and I will I'll get everything plugged in here. That came on. I'll plug in the internet and the HDMI cable. This is real basic stuff. And then plug in the 5-volt. And that's the Wheezy, Debbie and Wheezy, the one that Robin suggests. And today there's actually a couple of different ones out there. There's the AA4RC installation with the DVAP tool, which is a 104 for the Raspberry Pi currently. And I'm going to show you how to install that in just a few minutes. And there's also the Jonathan Naylor G4KLX from the westerndstar.co.uk website, which is what I run on my other one, which we're listening to right now. This is my other Raspberry Pi that's in the other room on my to-go box. And you can actually see that on the QRZ page. I just put my call sign W5 TMP Whiskey 5 Tango Mike Papa. So I think we're all ready to go. We're going to go ahead and plug it in. And then you'll see all the lights coming on, and it's starting to boot here. It takes about 20 seconds or so to boot up. This is a first time install, so this is the first time it's been booted up, so you're going right from the beginning here. I'm going to kind of show you the steps of what you need to do to get this running. If everything goes okay, it should come up to this RaspberryPi config, which is the basic information that you need to do to get set up initially. So we're going to go down, and the first one we're going to do is it says expand root FS. And I have a 16 gig card in there, so the image is only about 4 gigs. So we're going to expand it so it fills the whole SD card. And this will take place next time we reboot, which we're going to have to reboot a couple times, so we're not going to have to worry about that. And the next thing we would want to do is go down to where it says change time zone. And you just hit enter. And again, the first time you boot this up, you're going to have a keyboard, a mouse, and a TV on it, or some sort of monitor. That'll be the first time. We can run this headless and go in through VNC if we wanted to, or I'll show you how to do that in a little bit later. But currently we're just going to we're going to pick US because that's where we are, and I'm in the central time zone, so I'm going to pick central. Okay, so it goes back to the menu, and then we're going to go down to SSH, and that's very important if you ever want to get into it from remote. So we're just going to enable that. And we're going to go down to where it says update. And this is very important that you do these steps. Make sure you have the internet connected. It's going to go through and do the necessary updates for the operating system. So that's where it may take a couple, about a minute or so. There is an update to this menu because I know that there's one out there for the RaspberryPi config. So it's going to do its updates. You may want to do this a couple times. You don't necessarily do it right offhand, but just sometime and while you're installing, just playing around with it. Make sure it's always up to date. They do come out with some new packages every once in a while, so you just want to stay up to date with things like that. And we wait for it's reading the package list now. Said we had 4 new packages or updates. And I am using the K400 wireless keyboard. I think this is the right size. I mean, even if they make one that's even smaller than this, it has a touchpad and the keypad and the keyboard. So the touchpad and the keyboard. So it's real compact. I like this a lot. It's also good if you just want to put it on a regular computer and maybe have it on your couch or something. And this one I have is I was going to show you is the straight DV access point to DVAP, and this is a 7 centimeter. I finally got one of those because I just wanted to have one of each. Okay, so now this is the new RaspberryPi config. I know it's a little bit harder to see, but it's changed the menu just a little bit. And we're just going to go arrow down and then go over to finish and hit enter. And then we're there. And now we want to we just need to install the DVAP tool. So the first thing we're going to do, first I forgot, we have to go back in the RaspberryPi config. Sorry. And we need to change the boot behavior. Where is it? Right here. We want yes. And now we can get back out of it. Sorry about that. And we don't want to reboot yet, no. Because we're going to go ahead and install, while we're doing this, we're going to go ahead and install the DV tools. So we're going to type sudo, sudo, apt get install qt4-dev-tools and hit enter. And it's going out reading the package list. And there we go. And it says, do you want to continue? And we're going to say yes. And it's downloading. And I'm definitely not the one that's the Linux guru. So a lot of help from other people. AB4BJ Bill, he's helped a lot. VK4TUX Adrian down in Australia has helped a lot. And basically, just being mentored, I can do a little bit. I'm not great, but I'm just the average Joe when it comes to Linux, and like most of the people that are probably trying to do this. So, currently you see that the DVAP hasn't initialized yet because we haven't installed anything. So you got the green light flashing there. So when it actually initializes, then it'll be the blue flashing light there. Let's see. And while we're waiting, it takes a couple seconds. And I have different images on my cards. Like here's another. This is a 32 gigabyte, which I have the Jonathan Naylor G4KLX image, where it runs the IRC DDB gateway and the repeater. And then up here, I think that one there. Yeah, I got the VK4 TUX, the Fedora remix, which depending on what I want to run that day, that's what I use. So, sometimes I want to have different applications, what I want to do with the Raspberry Pi. So it's nice to have a couple different ones. So if you want to run the Robin AA4RC DVAP tool, which is a great program, and all of them run the same on your radio, so you're not having to program the radio any different to come out with the same effect. So that's what's nice. I don't have to reprogram my radio. I just use the same frequency, and my same connect commands and all that kind of stuff is all in the radio there, no matter which one I put inside the Raspberry Pi. And I do have two channels set up, one for my 2 meter DVAP, and then one for my 70 centimeter. So I actually have one on each reflector, or however I want to do it that day. And it's just doing its little install and installing the packages, as they say, and that's what we're doing. I have also I'm waiting to build a Raspberry Pi with a hotspot board. I have the not quite so many hotspot. I'd like to get the Moencom, but I already have the other one. This is a non-powered USB hub. Tried it. It doesn't work very well on this type of installation. I was going to show you, for those that have never seen one. This is the not quite so many hotspot. This is the one that Mark from NCOMs used to make. I think it's still available, but we have a couple of them here locally. It's actually how we started out with our D-Star local. And that's one you plug to a regular analog radio, and you can make any analog radio with a 9600 jack on it. I'm currently using a Yaesu 8800 on my hotspot here at the house that I run via my computer, and I'm going to eventually move it over to a regular Raspberry Pi, make it a little bit easier and free up my computer. And of course, this is taking forever to install, but that's where we are. Now somebody on the dongle. I guess while we're doing that, we can kind of show you the this is my how I have it programmed. I have my 2 meter DVAP programmed in there, and right now it's currently connected to 30 Charlie. So let's say I want to connect it, let's say the 48 Bravo, which is our local Louisiana reflector. Somebody with a dongle. I just hit menu, put a call sign, and click on the UR, and then I switch it around until I get to my 48 Bravo, which I have programmed in the radio, the connect command. I just key up and let go.
Link to RES048 Bravo.
And now we're connected to 48 Bravo. And I just hit menu, go to call sign again, go to CQ, which is the first one, and then now I'm ready. W5TMP. So the difference between going on the Raspberry Pi with the DVAP tool or the RCDDB gateway or whatever one you want to use is that you never have to do an unlink. So if I just wanted to connect to another reflector, let's say I go here and I want to go to 4 Bravo, I just go to 4 Bravo, key up, let go, and now I'm on 4 Bravo. I didn't have to unlink to link, which is kind of cool. I thought that's pretty neat. And so if I want to go back to 30 Charlie, I just go to 30 Charlie because I have all those programmed in there. The ones I like the most, I don't have every one of them, but the ones I use the most. 30 Charlie, key up, let go.
Link to RES.
And I'm back on. And now I'm back on there.
My experience with Linux is...
So I'm just going to get off the local repeater there on analog because I have it on dual watch. So there we are on that, and that's pretty neat. And you can send the echo commands and all the other stuff, but that's pretty neat how you do that. And then on the TUX, the VK4 TUX image, he's also added in some extra stuff where you can go into the menu and send what's called a graphic. Let's say you're in the headless command, like we're not doing anything, and we want to go to the graphical interface. I can send graphic via the UR command to my Raspberry Pi, and it will automatically switch it into the GUI version of the installation there. Okay, it's now done. So we're done installing that. So now we're going to go ahead and type the next command. The next command is called curl. You CURL minus and then capital O, and then you type in the website http://open dstar.org/tools/DVAP. That's capital DVAPT O, and then this is small. And in Linux, it is if it's a capital, it's supposed to be a capital. If you put it as small, a lowercase letter, it'll say it can't find it. So you need to type it in exactly as possible as it is. So it's curl minus capital O space http://opendstar.org/tools/capital DVAPT, then the lowercase OOL dash 1.04 dash RPI dash TGZ. And the curl commands mean it's like go get it. Okay, so we got that, and now we're going to go and we got to create a subfolder. So we're going to go CD//home/pi. We're going to hit enter. So now should be in the pi directory where we are. And we're going to type mkdir, which is make directory, and then in capital DVAP. Okay, that's not going to work. Okay, we're going to have to reboot first, so we're going to go ahead and reboot. just type reboot. And we're going to have to type sudo reboot, sorry. I must not have rebooted before I needed to do this, so I'll try it again.
An old Icon 207, which the computer files are below that. So I get there.
And it just takes a few seconds, probably about 20 seconds to boot up. And this time, since we had that, where we put that boot sequence in there,
But because it has internet access, so you can get out.
it's going to boot into the desktop.
And there's the next closest one's about 50 miles away, and the coverage is kind of spotty, like
So now we're here, we're going to go to our
you know,
LX terminal, which is basically a
got enough of the 207 and linking back.
okay, so now we're going to, now where we were, we're going to make directory, and then DVAP. Okay, we did that, and we're going to maximize this so it's easier to see, which you probably can't see anyways, but we're going to try it. Now we're going to go cd / home / pi, and then we're going to type dot or / dot config. Alright. And we're going to make another directory called mkdir, and then make one called auto start. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and exit out of this for currently. Find out where I need to be here.
Right. It's pretty slick. I don't feel like it. You don't even need to have a monitor or anything hooked up to it. You can use BNC to
Okay, we're going to go back to the terminal. Now it's going to make sure I have
figure out a way to set it up so that you get the desktop show up on your BNC, so that's pretty fun. Alright, I'll let you go. That was great. Take a lot of you along.
I'm going to retype this one in because I think it did, but I'm just going to make sure. Open dstar.org /tools /DVAP tool -1.04-RPI.tgc. Okay, looks like it did it. So now we're going to go ahead and, I forgot we had to do a sudo and then tar because we have to unzip the file we just did. We're going to give it permissions X, Z, and capital P, small f, and then type in DVAP tool dash, which is you can just hit the tab key, and if it's the only thing in Linux, if it's the only thing that it could be, then it will fill out the rest of it for you. So it's 1.04-rpi.tgz. We're going to hit enter. Okay, so it did that. We'll do a dir. Okay, and we're going to go to DVAP tool. Okay, sudo. Sorry, keep forgetting that you have to be super user. DVAP tool. I told you I'm not the one. Okay. I'm just going to change the directory to DVAP. And LS, nothing. Okay, so now we got to make our got to change directory to .config. Change directory auto start. Okay, did that. So now I need to go to my file manager, which will be over here on the screen. I'll go up here and accessories and file manager. And there's our things here. I'm going to navigate to home and then Pi. And I'm going to drag this DVAP tool into the DVAP directory. Okay. And now we got to, we have to, we don't have, got to. We're going to go to the internet, which will bring up the internet browser. And we have to go to groups.yahoo.com. And what we're doing now is we're actually DVAP dongle. We're actually setting this to auto start, so we don't have to have a head on here. Group. Oh, I forgot the one more thing here. Group slash. That should come up with the DVAP dongle group. And you have to log in, of course, because we have to go to the files directory, because we have to get an icon that we can put on the desktop. So I'm going to log in with my credentials. And we're in. We're going to go to Files. Not Photos, Files. Let's try that again. Go to the right one this time. I mean, it's fast. So this is on a Class 10 card. So imagine if you were on a Class 4 card. This would be a lot slower than it is. It's not a workhorse engine for sure, but it does do the job.